Whoever told people that mind means thoughts, opinions, ideas, and concepts? Mind means trees, fence posts, tiles, and grasses. The words of Dogen, the founder of the Soto school of Japanese Zen. Starting to break free. Reticent and edgy, Natsu sits gazing at the garden, avoiding the glare of the sun. Transfixed and enchanted, she nurses vague sensations in these benevolent shadows. She tussles with hazy dreams, profound notions that need to be brought into the light. How does a grain of sand leave its boulder and introduce itself to a waiting oyster? What kind of pearl can she become if she remains nervous and shy, waiting to start? Intention and resolve. The gardener interrupts her. All those who gaze upon this garden know nothing until they have become its designer. Do not imagine that stillness or tranquility were this man's ambition. You must feel the weight of his decisions and responsibility. Do not declare peace until you have joined his battle for intention and resolve and know completely how a lack of intention is intention. He adds and subtracts, places a thing here or there, like this or like that, and decides on gravel or moss, stone or tree. His garden will last 1,000 years. Bemoan the fate of those who visit quickly, pay a yen or two for good luck, and talk of peaceful meditation. Accept your responsibility and work. Surrender. Very little grows on jagged rock, said the friendly gardener. Don't pretend to know what you haven't experienced. Words will not help. There's no getting ready other than grace. Be ground, be crumbled. Let wild flowers come up where you are. You've been stony too many years. Try something different. Surrender. The gardener. The man who worked this land was subtle like a dancer. He was mysterious like a magician, profound like a poet, responsive like a mother. The man who worked this land was watchful, like a man crossing a winter stream. He was alert, like a man aware of danger, courteous like a visiting guest, yielding like ice about to melt. The man who worked this land was simple, like a block of uncarved wood. He was hollow, like a cave, opaque like a muddy pool. All this to build a simple garden. Air and sunlight. Until this moment, Natsu was mostly frustrated and bored, longing for more air and light. She imagined herself covered in a fine dust, about to explode in a fit of peppery sneezes. The gardener invites her to make a place of nature, something born of struggle, not of thinking. His blessing doesn't live in her head, it climbs up inside her from the soles of her willing feet. You must know this yearning for spontaneous creation in your bones. The usual skills will not help you. Only one. Do anything you fancy. It takes only one idea, and then you have started. At the beginning, you must work with speed, without thought or ambition. You will quickly create a mountain of rubbish that pleads to be edited. Everything that follows the beginning is slow. The end is very slow. As if they had been forgotten. If you want a marine landscape far from the sea, create the seashore. Position the islands boldly, making mountains of different heights. Don't forget reefs and peninsulas. Plant trees, but first settle the beaches and stones. Rough and untidy arrangements evoke the crashing of waves on the foreshore. Standing stones and lying stones have a top, a bottom, a front and a back. The water is powerful, the mountain is weak. Use many stones, large and small, but arrange them as if they had been forgotten. Open-hearted. If you invent an idea for your garden and a wild sense of freedom takes over, beware. If, by opening your arms to the concept, you want to let out a shout for all the world to hear, beware. There is every chance that nothing will happen. The notion will simply refuse to materialize. Don't worry, keep quiet. Become empty, still and open. The distracting idea you had will soon float away. Only when you are open-hearted can you get busy with your hands and feel what the garden wants to become. A concept easily dies. Attend to your seeds lovingly. An affinity with the heart. The beginning is dangerous. Get tough, trust chaos, have problems as your allies. Start with what's provocative, fishy and risky. Practice discovery. Become good at marvellous accidents. Use chance to banish old connections. What you know causes drowsiness. Attract new thresholds and recognitions. Be generous, avoid preconceptions, evict understanding, trust your spirit, forget any desire for recognition. Dreams arise in discrete places, narratives unfold in detached places. Make decisions with your eyes closed, confirm it only if it strikes the eye. A breath of fresh air. If you must draw to assist a garden coming into the world, don't let ideas tread on it. Jettison concepts. It's evolution that counts. Let growth change you. Expect nothing. Accept hazards. Anticipate mysteries. Listen to the lines. It's the pen that does the dreaming. Get out of the way. Make yourself available. Let the paper carry the spirit. Hope resides where these virtues thrive. Take a breath of fresh air and then draw. Curves and stones. Start with a dream. Follow your heart and invite poetic feelings. Design something by listening and have what comes to you by accident. Associations take place when rupture occurs. That's the place of reassembly. Make a lake with islands and a river that changes direction when it hits the stones. One stone must dominate, but all must be strong and withstand the current. The reduction in the force of the current is reflected in the river's shape. With the water flowing east to west, place the main stones where the river curves. These curves are the dragon's stomach, but the stones must be arranged as if they had been overlooked. Nursing fantasy. If there is an enormous canyon between your dreams and where you want to be, if you've no idea how to construct a bridge to cross it, try nursing fantasy. Contrive your destiny, become an inventor of remarkable gardens, astounding spaces, and spectacular installations. These things change lives. Become a conjurer, play tricks, create illusions, explore magnificent vistas and seduced visitors to enter. Make a world where places neither begin nor end. Imagine sitting quietly, gazing at your garden, shedding a tear or two. Let this garden teach you. Let this garden teach you that every decision in the world is possible. Every decision. Every choice of stone, shrine, stream, slit, shingle, sham, sentence, scrap, stump, shrub and step. Every decision. Every bit of screed, shade, sand, scenery, shard, surface, scent, sharpness and smoothness. Every decision, every kind of size, scale, sign, slice, secret, swell, shrug, stack, stunt, speed and smell. Every decision, every type of sequence, song, stride, sonnet, sound, shock, sideshow and of course season. It all depends what you want. Let this garden teach you the sheer weight of determination. This is your life. The spring blue after roaring thunder, the tiny summer clouds feathery still, the red leaves entertaining the wind. These are all your life. And in this little garden, the ordered chaos is your life. The sequences are your life. The arrangement is your life. The accidents are your life. How you invite it into you each day, how you choose your place to stay, how you dream which scale to play, how you read it and which way today. These are all your life, every day. The world's melodies. Forget the old trickery, the outworn hypocrisy. Become completely naked. Enjoy the world's melodies. Let music heat you and invite your dreams to play. Listen to the planet breathing and drinking. Know that love pulls you like a river. Drink dawn like a cup of spring water. Take in sunset like supper. Turning around. Make a garden where visitors continually turn around to face the space they've just moved through. Turning again, they'll anticipate the spaces ahead. With each look back, their progress is halted. Returning, their world is now a theatre. The vistas invite reflection on the sequence. The spaces invite seclusion and privacy. The events invite memory and narrative. A wealth of advances and retreats, a treasure house of visual initiations, a world of actions and celebrations. Telling stories. There's only one thing more important than an invitation to a place of beauty. It's an invitation to a place of radical beauty. Forget vague geographical locations. Create the centre of the world. Entertain and feed your friends on a feast of perplexity. Will we be able to listen to your garden? Will its objects tell us fairy stories? Items properly arranged are narratives. Trigger the material imagination. Paths, a wall, a bridge, and stones. Imagination resides in these things. Invent a sequence of spatial tales. Let them live in the memory like theatre. Learn anything, but learn how to tell stories. All the stones. First you come for beauty, the arrangement of the stones, and you come to see what's risky, the hazardous decisions that can startle. And you come for the excitement of sitting alone in contemplation, the precious chance to meditate upon nature, the objects and yourself. But when you see a garden made only of fine granite chips, carefully raked in patterns and granite cones, you feel the horror of disappointment. Cheated of a promised drama, your mind cannot make up its mind. Expectations demand you reject this place, so you missed your best possible lesson. All the stones you could ever want are in the next garden, so why not learn to love the preciousness this one offers and forget your expectation? The rhetorical landscape. Only draw the context and orientation with the melodies from your dreams. Allow the functional and social invitations to align themselves to accents and rhythms. Explore forms and the qualities of space in the same way as you join words to a tune. Invent notations and explore materials while singing well-known songs very loudly. Illustrate the options of your colours with gentle melodrama and artfulness. Create diagrams for the play of light while inhaling the scent of theatre. Sensationalize a narrative sequence with the intricacy of dramatic artifice. Dancing and naming. Imagine your beautiful garden, and then imagine you are dancing elegantly and lithely over every inch of the ground, its rocks and its vegetation. This kind of garden design is performance. It's the movement and placement of the body that directs the composition, and you have to dream it. By dancing it, you feel every nook and cranny in your body. You're intimately connected to the minute profiles of typography. Now name each of the little places. Only when you have named the events in your garden can you talk of it as a friend. These names will be the characters in your story. Haven of inner strength. Your haven of inner strength is an oasis that drifts like the waves of the sea. High winds did not last all morning. They came briefly together to feel the gentle rain. Let your thoughts rise up naturally, like osmosis. They were carried like pollen on the breeze. If ideas are contracted by the sneezing of others, you will never know how. Who cares? Collect ideas as you collect burrs on your socks when walking over a field. You just have to stop now and then to see what you have gathered up. If you would like to start, know that all gardeners thrive on intense attention.